Okay, give me a mic check.
Good evening, Mr. Beane.
You can hear me. Loud and clear.
We're here, Brian. We're here, Brian.
All right, I'm glad for the confirmation. Let me back up a little bit. First of all, thanks so much for joining us on 8 Wednesday. If you mark your calendars for Wednesdays, we're always going to talk about your mindset, your money, the things that it takes to make money. The simple concept that we developed that's helping a lot of people across the country put more money back in their pockets and scale that money. So before I get started, wait, let me get my faculties in order. Let's go live on Facebook. Our Facebook fan page is howtoachievewealth.com. That's what actually gets you to the fan page. Or you can type in Digit Movement on Facebook. That's howtoachievewealth.com. So 5 simple steps to wealth is what I'm going to title this. And I'm going live in a second so you guys can take the time to share this. The numbers will keep going up as usual as I talk. And then when we go watch the replays, thousands of people will see this next week. You can help people who, from your friends and your families and your coworkers to your neighbors, help them understand how simple wealth is actually to create. And you guys can make sure that people hear this message the same way you heard it. So let me go ahead and make this thing happen. I'm recording, yes. We are live, no, because I got an error, but let me make sure at least we got a recording.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna pull up a wealth worksheet in a second, but what I want you guys to do is I want you to think for a second. If money was not an issue for you, where would you be mentally? If money was not an issue for you, and your cash flow was always positive, and your bills were always paid, and your debt was zero, and your investments were working for you, how much more happy would you be? Now, I'm not saying money is what actually brings happiness. What I'm saying is, in America, if you don't have it, it definitely can be stressful. How do I know? Because I've been with and I've been without. And man, I'm here to tell you guys, with, it feels a whole lot better. So what we want to do is show people that capitalism does not have to beat you to death. Capitalism in this country can make you feel like sometimes your life isn't going your way, or you're not as healthy as you want, or you can't take as many vacations as you want to take, or you can't spend time with your family. And that's a problem. Most people don't realize there's 2 sides of information out there. There's the side, and then there's the private side. What we do is show you the private side that they never will teach you in schools. And we created this worksheet that I'm about to go over. You can get your hands on a copy of the worksheet, or tonight you can just take the answers and write them down. And the person that introduced you to this webinar will show you guys how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this wealth worksheet up. Now, while I'm doing this, my name is Brian Beane. I'm the founder of an organization known as the Extra Digit Movement. And what that means is we show you how to grow your net worth 1 digit. I know because I went to Morehouse College and I was broke as a joke. I graduated in 4 years, I was broke as a joke. I got my degree in English, I was broke as a joke. I had a good job and I was broke as a joke. Here is the problem, people. Nothing wrong with working hard, but I had a problem when I was working hard and I was still broke. There's nothing wrong with being broke, but I had a problem when I was broke and I was still working hard. I just decided I can't be both of these now. If I'm gonna be broke, I better not be working. And if I'm working, I better not be broke. But most Americans are working and they're struggling, and there's a reason for that. In fact, there are 4 reasons. I want you guys to write this down in your notes. 5 simple steps. These are the 5 simple steps to enhance your lifestyle and legacy. Now, we call this a lifestyle and legacy conversation. If you notice, those initials are LLC. That's because being a business owner is very important in this country. I'm gonna prove that to you in a second. But we play on the words LLC a lot because we want to put that in your mind that becoming a corporation, you don't have to be incorporated, but treating yourself like a corporation and understanding that you are a corporation already puts you ahead of the game. So welcome to our lifestyle and legacy conversation. This is where lifestyle and legacy connect. And I'm representing your lifestyle and legacy. Get it? LLC. That's the first step to you understanding how to win. Now, the simple steps, or the 5 the letters in simple, stand for shift, increase, multiply, protect, and leverage everything. Shift, increase, multiply, protect, and leverage everything. These are the things you need to do if you want to earn 7 figures plus. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care what nobody tell you. The first thing you got to recognize the problem. Number 1, taxes. Taxes are arguably your biggest problem in this country. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the subject because it's not the most exciting subject in the world, but I will tell you this. As long as you got property taxes, sales taxes, alarm taxes, state taxes, federal taxes, income taxes, inheritance taxes, you better believe the government's going to get their money. What you need to know how to do is minimize how much money is being taken from you. The minute you shift and realize how much money is being taken from you, and you start putting those exact dollars back in your pocket, that's when you become wealthy. See, this is called income shifting. Wealthy people have done it for years, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. The second problem is debt. The third problem is big business. And the fourth problem is inflation. Now, once you understand the problems and see them, you're gonna look at everything totally different. You're gonna look at your money totally different. You're gonna look at your life totally different. You look at your cash flow totally different. Taxes and debt are like husband and wife. They go together. Taxes cause debt because you wouldn't have to borrow so much money if the government didn't take so much money from you. Now, and big business are like the two children to taxes and debt. Big business determines how much things cost. So as long as they determine how much things cost, you can't make 5 years ago what you're making today and then expect you'll be better when the value of your dollar has dropped. You see how that works? So when you understand that these four things are the things that we help you tackle, you'll no longer do this alone. All right? Everybody type in the comments, no more. You got to stop trying to get wealthy by yourself. It's actually a team sport. See, those four things teamed up and took money, but here you are trying to work a job and only a job. Trying to work a business and you also have a job and you're also a parent and you're also a spouse. Trying to tackle those four things on your own, it's going to be tough. Here's the solution. This is the S in simple. 1A says a job, which is called a W-2, pays 28 to 33% taxes. Now that's a third of your check that's gone, just so y'all know. So the number one thing you got to do is 1B, which is start a home-based business so your taxes drop. A business owner can pay anywhere from 18 to 23%. Now, if we stop right here and you don't do anything else, just that play, let me make sure y'all heard me. That one right there can put thousands back in your pocket. Look, shine back to screen only for a second, or video only for a second. Let me make sure you guys look me in my eye. If you don't have a business and you live in this country, you losing thousands of dollars just off what they take from you for not being a business owner. If you live in this country, and if you have a house or apartment known as your domicile, and if you have a social security number, do you know you were born a business owner? Why aren't you using the house or apartment to get a business that I'm about to show you, to get the government out of pocket? Then you take that money and you invest it. Anybody that gets off this Zoom and says, you know what, I still don't understand the power of a home-based business, you either weren't paying attention or you just don't understand, and that's okay. You are giving away $600 to $800 a month on average too much. It's called phantom money. I won't get into it tonight, but phantom money is the money that you're giving away to the government when you your taxes that would be in your pocket if you had a business. So don't hang up tonight or get off this Zoom and go back to what you were doing and keep giving the government 30%. Here's the third bracket. We can go back to the sheet. Capital gains pays less than 15% taxes. See, here's what they didn't teach you. What they taught you was to go to school, get a job, get education, get your degree, get your job. I know because I fell for it. Morehouse College broke, English degree broke, job broke. Here's the one thing I didn't tell y'all. My job was at the bank and I still was broke. But either, how embarrassing is that? I'm at the bank counting your money and I ain't got a dime. That was embarrassing. When you start realizing that in this country, money pays the amount of taxes. So if an asset makes the money, if any own appreciates, money that doesn't work pays less taxes. You going to work every day paying more taxes. What the home-based business does in the middle is shift the balance back to you and money, and now you're paying. That's why wealthy people make 67% of their wealth with money. Now, people say, well, Brian, I got to think about home-based business. Okay, what talent I have? What gifts do I have? What can I do? Everybody, put this in the comments. You are looking at it. You're looking at it. I have earned $1 million in this company from my house. 7 figures. Doing what? Sharing this video because it's being recorded. Putting it on social media so people can learn. Having this sheet so people can fill it out. And then I showed a bunch of people how to shift the money back to them. The S in simple is arguably the most exciting part because you ain't got to but get some knowledge and get a home-based business. This is the business. So start your home-based business. We call it a qualified marketing director. For fun, we call it a LLC, lifestyle and legacy coach. No, you don't have to go get LLC in the folder. No, you don't need to go get an EIN number. We want you to just remember that being a business is so important. And it's $249. Now, right there, people go, wait a minute, I got to invest. Yeah, you got to invest. When's the last time you did invest and made a whole bunch of money? You got to invest. $249 is like $2 when you understand the value of what we have. I want y'all to think about this. $249 in the bank will be $219 in the next few months, right? Bank fees. $249 invested in a business, I'm about to show you, can bring back $2,000 a month. So if you tell me, is it better off in your bank account where you think it's safe, or is it better off out here moving around where it's making you some money? Now we're going to give you this portal. This portal online is called a lifestyle portal. It's $149 per month. So what happens is the $100 falls off. Does that make sense? So you $249 for your first month, and then $100 disappears, and then it's $149 a month. Do y'all know that $149 a month on average brings about $2,187? For all of our members watching, if I told you that $149 a month will bring back $2,187 a month, is that a good trade? Here, since you're a business owner, we have to equip you with the tools and portal and the experts, and we have firms that are going to help you get your finances in order. So you're basically paying them what, less than $3 a day? About $3 a day? A little over $3 a day? They're going to help you with your taxes, your debt, your trust fund, become your own bank, precious metal contracts, business credit. Can you guys imagine having a membership that can do all these things? So the first thing we're going to do, 2A, is reduce your taxes. So far, we've saved about $250 million. That's $250 million. 2B, we're going to eliminate your debt. So we'll save you some tax dollars, $250 million collectively. See, when you're part of a team, all ships rise with the tide. We're going to get some debt out your pocket, out your life. We average about $64,000 in debt elimination each. $64,000 each for our members. Let me ask you guys a question. How much more money would you have if your debt was zero? I'm living proof, guys. You don't owe a whole bunch of people, man. I got a fleet of my dream cars. I got 5 vintage cars. I got 2 daily drivers. They all are paid for with cash. I got all the pink slips. The only thing I pay is insurance. Do y'all know my insurance collectively on 7 cars? I know people that that's their car note. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? Why would you run up a whole bunch of debt and interest on a liability that's depreciating? Why would you have student loans, credit cards, your mortgage, your car notes? I'm not knocking car notes. I'm saying we got to get that interest up off you so you can invest the difference. Then we're going to lower your bills. We've lowered about $100 million in bill reduction for all of our members. This is just, look, with your home-based business comes this membership. So while you making the money I'm about to show you, you getting your finances in order on the other side, and then you can show people how you did it by letting us do that. I'm gonna show you how to leverage it in a second. Here's the part. We're gonna raise your credit score. So far we're going, right? We've been dropping, decreasing. Let's raise something. Let's lift your credit score. Now, before I show you guys the comp plan, Shayna, unshare for a second. I want you guys to think about this. If you had a whole bunch of cash, let's just say extra money, $200 a day. That's $6,000 a month. Let's just say, okay, Brian, I can't even imagine it. From home, okay, you can't imagine it. Let's cut it in half. $100 a day is $3,000 a month. Brian, I can't even. Okay, all right, let's cut that in half. $50 a day is $1,500 a month. And we got some people on the Zoom that's like, Brian, come on, man, show us the big money. All right, now we're talking. $1,000 a day is $30,000 a month. What if you were making 18, 25, 35, 45,000 a month, and your credit score was in the 800s? Then we showed you how to take the money that you're making and put it into assets that will help you make more money. And then your assets eventually start making more money than the business from home is making. You think you'll be a little bit free or a little bit more financially stable then. That's what we show you how to do. We're going to show you how to do what I call double dip. Take the money in the home-based business as much as you want to make, as many people as you want to refer. Then take those dollars and invest them in places that outweigh inflation. That money comes back to you with less taxes. You take all the money and put it in a trust fund where your legacy is set for life. That's wealth. Guys, if your $249 is in the bank is getting rich off you. If your $249 is in a business, you're taking that money and now you've quadrupled that money and made it residual. Why would you leave it in the bank? Now, you've been doing this by yourself forever. Brian, I can lower my own bills. I know. Brian, I can fix my own credit. Brian, I got a good CPA. I know. Brian, I know how to eliminate debt. I know. Are you where you want to be financially at? See, your time that you're taking to try to do all that, you could be making some money while they do all that stuff and you end up traveling the world. Now, let me put this out. Let me show you the I in simple. Because the shift is the mindset and the dollars back into your pocket. The hard part is for you, the challenging part is for you mentally to understand that you can be wealthy, but the first thing you got to do, man, you got to get your money back from the people that are stopping you from getting wealthy. Now, the I comes when you share the power of this home-based business. Share the power of a home-based business. See, this is my mission right here. Everybody I know needs to know that they need a home-based business. When I wake up, I'm like, man, you got yours? I pass them out like we playing cards. You still ain't got your home-based business? What are you doing? You ain't got one yet? You ain't got one yet? Here's one for you, here's one for you, here's one for you. Tax deductions, hire your children, residual income, and daily pay. That's what we gotta get your people to understand. The tax deductions, hire your children. The residual income, and daily pay. Now, if cash is king and credit is queen, and you got both, do you know you playing one hell of a game of chess in life? You really playing now. And that's what it feels like. You have experts helping you do all the work. Now, let's look at this. Brian, how much money can I actually make? All right, our executives average between $150 and $4,500 a month. Do you know if you just stop right there? I don't want to, but if you just froze right there, a lot of guys can become millionaires with just that. An extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. You can become a millionaire because it's not the money you make, it's where you put it. Let me give you an example. 12 people in your team is $600 a month. Now, while I have your attention, there's an announcement coming tomorrow where that first position known as executive for a promotional period could be the most important position on the board. Do not miss the opportunity to become an executive. Do not miss the opportunity to make $600 to $4,500 a month. We came up with the 150 just so your business will pay for itself. So the name of the game is for you to become profitable from day one. If you're investing $150 a month in your business, why not make $150 a month in the business and then the business pays for itself? Now you're getting all the experts to work for you for free. Our originals average between $6,000 and $30,000 a month. A regional has a team of roughly 300 people. Now I want y'all to do me a favor. Put in the chat the different cities that you represent. Like, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I know a whole bunch of people are from all over the place. Y'all do me a favor, and I'm going to look at the chat here. In the chat where you guys are from. I see Dr. Lucky. What's up, Dr. Nicole? Dr. Raquel, DC, Arlington, Texas, Hayward, California, Laurinburg, North Carolina, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Maryland, Nashville, Tennessee, Queens, New York, Raleigh. All right, so you guys understand that I don't care what anybody tells you in your area, including Atlanta, where we have like 5 $1 million residual ring club earners in Georgia. 5 of us live in Georgia. You know it's still wide open. Somebody in your area is going to have enough vision to see that when this sparks, you making 30 grand a month. How do I know? Because I did it. I did it. I know to have 20,000 hit my bank account in 30 days. 30,000 hit my account in 30 days. 40,000 hit my bank account in 30 days. Why? Because I told some people and they got excited. Now, all you do is rinse and repeat. See, it's no different than being an executive, guys. What you're doing is finding some people that are more hungry than you. I just found some people more hungry than me. And then I hit national or presidential levels. 45,000 to 450,000 a month. 45,000, 450,000 a month. Now you just rinse and repeat. At this point, guys, look, like now you're the top 1% income earners in the country by rinsing and repeating. Now you can start focusing on assets. Now you see why precious metal, which is real money. Now you see why land and real estate and private banking. And you see when you become your own bank, some of you guys refer to it as an IUL, which is where insurance is used as an instrument. So private banking is something that you can get your consultant for. Land banking is where you can purchase land wholesale and then sell it retail. Precious metal is where now you have a commodity that in value continues to increase as dollar decreases. Now you got real money instead of fiat currency or paper. Your trust fund is where we protect your money. Why get all this wealth if somebody can just take it from you? No one can take anything from you if you get out of an ownership mentality and get into a control mentality. See, Rockefeller said it best: own nothing, but control everything. Now you understand your business trust, your family trust, and your private family foundation. Very important. This is how wealthy people win. And this is why people who get a normal education will never hear about this, because I heard 50 Cent say this one time, and this just blew me away. If the teacher in front of the room in most colleges was wealthy, they probably wouldn't have the time to teach you how to do it from the front of the room. If the teacher or educator in front of most colleges was wealthy, they probably wouldn't have time to teach you how to do it from in front of the room. Man, I said, man, that is so true. So what we got to do is get to the private side of the information. I heard somebody say this today as well. They said, rich are the things that you see, wealth are the things that you don't see. Woo! I heard that yesterday in the podcast. Rich is the things that you see, wealth are the things that you don't see. A lot of y'all don't understand the trust fund game, but guess what over here? We give you consultations and help you set it up. Now the key is the leverage. Leverage all of our tools. Our Zooms like this, we do them for you every Wednesday. Our trainings, like the one I'm about to show you tonight, I'm going to focus on the compensation plan and how to increase the money so that tomorrow night, when you hear the new promotion and the announcement, you'll hit the bird running. I want you to leverage our mobile app. I want you to leverage our YouTube channel. I want you to leverage our events. I want you to leverage our success stories. I want you to leverage precious metal. I want you to leverage the contracts that precious metal offers. I want you to leverage business credit that you can work your way up to so that you can purchase precious metal. I want you to leverage the experts. I want you to leverage the comp plan. I want you to leverage the home-based business. If you aren't leveraging everything, you will always work alone. Leverage is a wealth symbol. Why wouldn't you leverage the banks? I tell people, look, decision. If you don't have the 249, borrow it. From who? Get a credit card. They'll send that to you. Look, you can apply for a credit card tonight. They have Capital One or Credit One or somebody will send you a credit card next week. Leverage their money. Your money back in there by the time the interest rate kick in. See, you'll do that. You'll swipe for everything else, but you won't swipe for your business. So a lot of you guys need to make a decision, man. At the very, make a decision. A member only is $149 a month. That's the person that says, I don't want a business, but I do want to be a member. I don't want the tax deductions, and I don't want to make money every day, but I do like the portal. I do like the lifestyle component. I do like the legacy play. I want to be a member. All right. No home-based business benefits. A number one says, I want it all. I'm going to pay this extra $100 one time. Because that's it. It's $100 one time. All right. And $149 a month is the same membership, but you get everything, right? You get the MWR, Visa. This is where you're coming up. You can direct this. You can link this to your checking account. You get the website, you tools, you get the experts, you get the portals, you get the consultations, you get the conversation, you get the tax deductions, you get unlimited income and daily pay. Why wouldn't you add $100? Why wouldn't you add $100 one time to a home-based business and let us do the rest? Listen, you can stop sharing. I want you to get with the person that introduced you to the business. Create your username and password. You'll get the lifestyle portal and you'll get the legacy portal. I want you to sign up during the break and come back here on this exact same Zoom at 9:30. My topic tonight is how to maximize the compensation plan and rank up. You want everybody on your team to experience this before tomorrow. Now, I'm live tomorrow on the corporate platform at 9 p.m. Eastern. At 8 p.m., they're going to roll out a special announcement. At 9 p.m., I'm going to do an overview and show you how to take advantage of it. That's going to be on MR Live. Everybody write that down. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., special announcement. 9 p.m., I'm doing a corporate overview to take advantage of that announcement. So tonight is like the pre-launch. At 9:30, you sign up during the break. On this Zoom, I'm going to show you how to maximize the compensation plan. Because you're going to hope and pray that you can maximize it starting tomorrow night. I promise you. So I'll be right here at 9:30. Sign up during the break. The person that invited you has a link. Get with them and let's make wealth real together. My name is Brian Beane. I'll see you guys in the magazines. I'll see you right here at 9:30. Have a good night. YouTube. Don't know what time y'all came on, man, but listen. My number's in my bio. Hey, thank you, Mr. Man. I appreciate it. That's my name. Mr. Man, hit me in the bio, man. Y'all text me 678-632-3914. My number is in the bio. Hit me with the keyword wealth. Let's pioneer your area, man. These 5 simple steps are making it happen for most people. Why not you? My number is Mr. Man. I appreciate it. Everybody else in the comments, I appreciate it. Miss Gwen, thanks so much. Everybody else, have a great night.